Welcome back to Unfuck Your Money, the podcast where go-getters thrive financially. Have you ever noticed that most people know what they should be doing financially? They know that they should be saving more, spending less, paying off their debt, invest, budget, and stop emotional spending. Well, so why don't they? If information was enough, we'd all have healthy saving accounts and retirement funds bursting at the seams. I don't think the problem is a lack of information. In fact, many of my clients can recite every personal finance book under the sun. Financial advice isn't necessarily wrong. However, it assumes that we are operating at full capacity. The challenge is trying to apply good financial advice while also navigating real life. Stress, uncertainty, things like illness, caregiving, grief, burnout, the rising cost of living, relationship challenges, and everyday pressures of just being human. My name is Nadz. I am a behavioral finance coach and a somatic practitioner. And over the past 7 years, I have helped clients pay off debt, reduce financial anxiety, build savings, increase their income, and create healthier financial habits and develop a calmer, more empowered relationship with money. Because financial wellness isn't just about numbers. It's about understanding the behavior behind your money so you can bridge the gap between knowing what to do and actually doing it. My hope is that every episode leaves you with a little bit more awareness, a little bit more self-compassion, and one practical step you can take towards a healthier relationship with your money and with yourself. Now, let's dive into today's episode. Hello, and welcome back. So, let's start with me being honest here. I really didn't want to record this episode today. Not because I don't love you, not because I don't love this podcast. I adore you and I adore this podcast. But right now, I am feeling completely depleted. I'm caring for our beautiful little dog, Arby, who was diagnosed with chronic kidney disease a few months ago. She's doing really well, thank God. She's happy, she's eating, she's still bossing us all around. And every day with her feels like a gift. And if you know me, you know that Arby isn't just another dog for me. Arby is what you might call a soulmate. She's everything to me, you know? I love her like I've never loved anyone before. She has taught me so much and we have so much fun. She's my best friend. She's my baby. She's my mother, my sister, my daughter. She's my everything. And I know that our time with her is, soon coming to an end. And I hope not very soon, but it's going to happen. And it's really, really sad. And I'm carrying something that's hard to explain unless you've lived it yourself. I'm carrying what is called anticipatory grief. That's a mouthful. Anticipatory grief. It's there when I wake up. It's there when I make breakfast. It's there when her and I are having fun. It's there when I watch her sleep. It's there when she's having a rough day, when we're going on walks, when we're all laughing together, the three of us. It's there when I'm trying to work. And if I'm really being honest, I'm not feeling very creative right now. I don't feel inspired. I don't really want to do anything except for embroidery, watching silly TV shows, drink my coffee or my tea, and allow my brain to switch off for a while. And even though I didn't want to record this podcast episode, I realized that this is the episode that is going to help you see or help me see my life philosophy and the framework that I teach in real time, because everything that I teach here, everything that I teach on the podcast, and the actual reason why I am still feeling comfortable and confident enough to sit across from my clients right now, even in this heavy season of my life, it is because I'm not asking my clients, I'm not asking you to do anything that I'm not willing to do for myself. I'm using the same questions, the same compassion, and the same principles that I teach you here every week, and I teach my clients from Monday to Friday. I'm not coaching from perfection. I am coaching from practice. And I think that's what this is about. That's what being human looks like. And I was telling one of my clients yesterday, how much we misunderstand procrastination. We think procrastination means we don't care. If I'm procrastinating on recording this podcast episode, that means maybe I don't care, or I'm just uninspired, or I'm unmotivated and I have to willpower myself. And actually, the opposite is true, because when we procrastinate, it's because we care so much. Today is, what's today? Thursday. I have been wanting to record this podcast episode since last Saturday. That's a lot of days. And it's not because I'm lazy, as you can see. It's because I care about you. I care about creating good stuff for you. I just, you care about something, and it's not but, and you don't have the capacity to hold everything that you're carrying in your life, all that is required of you, and do the things that you love. These are we can't just sit and wait until our circumstances become perfect to do the things that we love. Okay. So I can't sit and wait until, I don't want to say it, but until my responsibilities are no longer looking this way for me to be like, okay, now I'm ready to record a podcast episode. No, actually, connecting with you, recording this is. It's giving me energy. I feel more energetic now than an hour ago. And one of the biggest shifts in my own work recently has been realizing that financial advice isn't necessarily wrong. Okay, I didn't switch gears here. I'm actually talking about the same thing. So, financial advice isn't wrong. It assumes that we are operating at full capacity. But what happens when you're not? Same thing as SMART goals or anything that is like traditionally known, right? SMART goals or traditional financial advice. It's not wrong. But what happens when we're not operating at full capacity? Are you to blame? Is it a boundary thing? No. Because what happens when you're grieving? What happens when you're caregiving? What happens when you're recovering from illness, or you're burnt out, or you're running on 3 hours of sleep, or navigating uncertainty? Because all of this might be happening, and you're still expected to save money, budget, invest, grow your business, meal prep, exercise, meditate, journal, call your parents, drink enough water, and somehow you have to also remain inspired. That is a lot, and it's actually impossible. It's humanly impossible. That's why I've been thinking about capacity, and that's why I've been talking about capacity a lot. Capacity is one of those things that is underneath, it is the foundation of everything, because when our capacity is low, we don't just struggle with money, we struggle with life. We struggle with making decisions. We struggle with replying to emails or text messages. We struggle with paying bills. We struggle with making dinner. We struggle creating. Let me go back on this paying bills thing. How many people have gone through my Zoom doors, my business sat in front of me, that have the money but have been procrastinating, quote unquote, on paying their bills? That's a capacity problem, okay? So when we have low capacity, we struggle with even deciding what we want for dinner. We struggle with creating, obviously. We struggle with patience. We struggle with optimism, and we struggle to do the things that we actually want to do and care about. And then the problem is that, okay, we are struggling with all this. We're not doing what it is that we want to do. But then the worst thing is the shaming and blaming, because we make it mean something about who we are. We call ourselves lazy, unmotivated, weak, when really what is happening is that we're carrying more than our nervous system can comfortably hold right now. The internet loves to tell caregivers, empaths, and people that care deeply, like you, like me. The internet loves to tell us to set better boundaries. Sometimes, yeah, it's helpful, cute, but sometimes there aren't any boundaries to actually set, because your child still wakes up, your parent still has dementia, your partner is still recovering from surgery, for example, your dog still needs medication and to go out to pee at 2 a.m. Life still needs you. It's not a boundary problem, it's a capacity problem. Okay. And that is such a compassionate distinction, because it means we stop asking ourselves, what is wrong with me? And start asking, given the season that I'm in, what does my nervous system need right now? And I've noticed that when I'm depleted, I don't suddenly become bad with money. I become someone who is deeply seeking relief. And that's very different because right now, let me tell you, shopping is looking very appealing to me. Ordering takeout makes a lot of sense. Yesterday, I was telling a friend of mine how much I would love to be offered a meal without needing to make decisions about it or do the prep work or the dishes. Like, I'm happy to pay for it even. But like, I don't want to do anything. I just want this meal to just appear and I don't want to worry about anything. And that's when it hit me. I don't actually want takeout. What I want is to be cared for. These days, I have to say, buying something pretty feels very comforting. It's not because I've forgotten my financial philosophies or my financial goals. It's because my nervous system is simply asking, can somebody please take care of me for a minute? That question has changed everything for me because instead of judging my behavior, instead of being like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm overspending, or that's the third thing I ordered today, I actually get curious about the need, telling a friend of mine that I would love for dinner to just appear suddenly in front of me. That's when I know that I need comforting. I need care. I've been giving and giving and giving, and I feel really depleted. So, what am I doing about this right now? Honestly, I'm doing something weird, which is called I'm lowering the bar. And for someone who's always had big dreams and loves creating, it's a very uncomfortable thing for me to admit because I'm no longer, at least for now, expecting myself to create at the level that I normally do. I am saying yes to embroidery. I am saying yes to watching rom-coms without feeling guilty. I'm going dancing when I can. I was actually just thinking how much I wanted to go to Zumba class. And, at this stage with Arby, being away for an hour feels really precious, but it's what my body needs. It's what my nervous system needs. I need to be with other grown-ups. I need to see brightly colored outfits and dance to international music and have fun. And I'm gonna do it today. Yay. I'm asking for help. That's something different for me. I am letting myself sleep when I need to. I'm trying to nourish myself instead of constantly asking myself to perform or work harder. Because I don't think self care is the right phrase here anymore. I think what we're really talking about here is no longer self care, it's more of a capacity protection. I'm maintaining and protecting the capacity I already have so that I can keep showing up for the people that I care about and love, for you guys, for my husband, and of course for my little princess queen Arby. And here's what's funny. Like I said, I almost didn't record today. And I kept thinking, oh, I'll just wait until I feel inspired. But then I remembered this is what I've been. It's just such a good opportunity to teach you or to show you or to demonstrate what it means like when I say that action doesn't always come from inspiration. Sometimes action creates inspiration. Sometimes inspiration comes because we took one small action. I don't have to wait until I feel like my best self to take one small step. Sometimes one honest step is enough. So, what I believe happened is that when I woke up this morning, I was like, should I go to Zumba? Should I not go to Zumba? Should I? No, 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 no. And then I went on a walk and I was like, I'm going to go. And I went on my phone and I booked a session, like I booked the class and I paid for it. And I'm like, that's it, I'm committed. When I took that small action, recording this podcast episode became possible, became achievable for me. So, if you're in survival mode right now, may I please ask you to stop asking yourself, why can't I get it together? And please start asking this of yourself. What is my nervous system carrying right now that makes perfect sense of why today feels so freaking hard? And then ask yourself another question. What's one small thing I can do today that future me will be grateful for? Maybe it's going to a Zumba class. Maybe it's just deciding to go to Zumba class. Maybe it's paying one bill. Maybe it's taking a nap. Maybe it's asking for help. Maybe it's going for a walk. Maybe it's simply deciding not to be a bitch to yourself today. Because healing doesn't always look like giant, amazing tear-jerking, oh my God, babe, breakthroughs. It looks like choosing one kind thing for yourself today, just today. Tiny actions still count. Just like embroidery, one stitch becomes a pattern. One small choice becomes a habit. One day you'll look back and realize how these tiny moments were quietly changing your life. And I want to also end with offering you the permission not to be inspired, not to optimize, not to perform, and not to judge yourself, not to shame yourself, and to protect your capacity. Accept the season that you're in right now. Maybe you're grieving, maybe you're caring for a loved one, maybe you're in a good season, maybe you're actually happy and joyful and excited about life, but you feel guilty because people around you are not. I don't know, okay? But accept the season that you're in and keep taking tiny steps, whatever happens. Because I don't think that you're stuck. I think that you're simply carrying more than anyone can actually see. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you're listening to this and thinking, I feel like I'm carrying too much too, and you'd like someone to help you make sense of what's happening without judgment, shame, or pressure, that is exactly what I do. My introductory coaching sessions are a place where we slow things down together, understand what's driving your financial behaviors, and figure out the next small, sustainable step that feels right for your life and your nervous system right now. So you can book your intro session in the link in the show notes. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a little princess doggy who's waiting for her walk and a Zumba class to attend, and I'll see you next time on And Fuck Your Money. Thank you. Bye for now.